racism is prejudice plus power. I had a conversation yesterday with a black man and he said that he knew some of his people who were racist, and I talked with him about that, because without the power to take that prejudice and actively place it into position to cause people to do or not do, then it is simply just prejudice.
Who was educated. Now go in your history and you'll find that every time he dropped these seeds, this is how he infiltrates in and gets back in, and then he ended up finding a way, because their loyalty ended up going back to them, and then what ended up happening? They end up getting back in. So when they talk about Papa Doc and all that stuff over there, you gotta understand the history and find out the families. That's like tracing the money. Trace the family and you'll find out who's doing what. Now, let's move fast forward into a more of a modern time. Now, the reason why I say that they are paying a price is because of this. Now, it looks like it was about in 1825, you had President Jean-Pierre Boyer, who had offered France it was like $150 million in gold francs. And the reason why he did that is because he was actually trying to get them to lower the customs, from the products of the French. And so if you look at that sum at that particular time, you see, damn, that's a lot of money. Because 150 million francs, looking at the dollar value, it'd be almost let's say over $20 billion. You know what I mean? And so, but that was also including interest. Okay, so what it was is that Haiti then actually went and borrowed 24 million francs to pay the installment. Because I think what it was is that what Boyer wanted was he wanted to be recognized by the French. Okay, and so the money that was used to get the loan to pay them the 150 million francs, well, they went to a French bank and got that. So look at how this catch-22 is happening, right? And so so what you see is that that money that was there was earmarked, right? And this was where their biggest stronghold, all their losses were coming from. You know what I'm saying? And so this was the real price here for actually, overthrowing the French. And so, so what you had was, after the France conditional recognition, and it was just conditional. Okay, they were paying for conditional, conditional recognition, which is just to say, yeah, we looking at you as part of, as an independent, but it's only because you're paying us, right? It had no real power behind it. You know what I mean? So what you had is you had Britain, and the other European powers, they all kind of follow suit. But what happened was, U.S. said, no, we ain't gonna do it, right? The United States said they refused to do it. So, so it basically, it kept France in a financial hold, and it continued like that up until about 1915. And the hold was so complete that even when, Haiti had stepped up in the Banque Nationale in 1880, again, it was done through French banks in the bank offices. So, here you are trying to be an independent, black-ran, black-owned, black-controlled nation, and regardless how you turn it, you still got to come back to the hand that you bid. You know what I mean? So let's look at this. And so you're looking at the fact that after they did all that, they ended up becoming by neo-colonial overlords, which was France. And then you had the United States was tied to it too. And when you look at it, both of them was just extracting as much as they could from the country. But you got to realize they were forced to do this. They didn't have no other choice. You feel what I'm saying? So let's look at it from that position, okay? This was something not just done just because you understand that they didn't know how to run a country. No, you had help it was a collaboration of other nations and alliances who all decided to band together to make sure that you could not import nothing, and the only thing was happening with your land was exporting. Now, just imagine this. If you had $1,000 in your pocket, right? And you were hanging out with some of your friends, and you the only one spending money. Nobody else is spending money. So everything coming out of your wallet is what? You exporting out. All your dollars are leaving your wallet, but you don't have nothing coming in. After a while, how long will you think it'd be before your $1,000 gonna run out? And once your $1,000 run out, all those people that you were paying and hanging out with, none of them return no kind of favor to you. They're like they don't even know you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the same way that Haiti had to endure all this time. All this time. You feel what I'm saying? So to not take your hat off to them and to give them the recognition that is due to them, you'd be mistaken. Now, the French, after losing to the Haitians, and then they burnt up, destroyed a lot before they got off. And then they had the nerve, can you believe this, that they said, now we want reparations. So the nation of Hispaniola or Haiti had now had the burden at paying back reparations because they beat their oppressor. Okay? Plus, the natural resources that I'm talking about, they were paying them that too with trees and everything else. And so, isn't it ironic? Now, you're going to have to do your research on this part here. And what I say here, is for you to do the research to find out whether what I just said, is it true or is it not true. Now, isn't it ironic that it was said right around the time when before this earthquake hit, that they had set up where they were getting loans from the banks, and with these loans, they about to now, set up their country so it can now start to flourish, right? Get back from ground zero. You feel what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, okay, because matter of fact, it said that there were some phone calls made by government officials, okay, who put a pause or delay in the transaction, right? Giving it just enough time for, the HEART program to get in there and do his job. Now, again, I'm telling you, you're going to have to do your research to know what I'm talking about here. Okay? Now, some people say, if you can't detect things and it look natural to you, and it's possible it could be natural. But again, let me give you a scenario. Let's say you just bought a brand new 60-inch flat screen, right? And you just made the last payment on it, right? Say you just had a house. You bought a house and you just made your last payment on that house. You're finna own it, just like that TV, car, right? All of a sudden, the day you just paid off, you went to where it says Rent-A-Center. And you came home, you finna come on, watch the game. And next thing you know, motherfucking lightning come through your window and smash up your motherfucking big ass TV. Same thing with your car. just paid that motherfucker off, just left out of the finance office, right? GMC or whatever the hell it might be. You go out there and a motherfucking garbage truck just rammed your shit, demolished it. Yeah, but you got insurance. I know, right? You got insurance. But just say you just only had liability. Okay? So, you got a house. They just paid off your mortgage, satisfaction of mortgage. You know what I'm saying? You get that and bam! Come home, motherfucking tornado tore your shit off. Well, yeah, you got insurance, I know. But anyway, the point I'm making here is that's what happened to them. It's ironic that as soon as they got themselves set up to get themselves back on their feet, then this shit come up. But then Pat Roberts had something to say, some cockamamie ass shit that, you know what I'm saying? Listen to that shit that he just said. Right? Listen to this shit he say.
Christy, something happened a long time ago in Haiti, and people may not want to talk about it. They were under the heel of the French, Napoleon III and whatever. And they got together and swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if you'll get us free from the French. It's a true story. And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal. And they kicked the French out. The Haitians revolted and got themselves free. But ever since, they have been cursed by one thing after the other, desperately poor. That island of Hispaniola is one island. It's cut down the middle. On the one side is Haiti, on the other side is the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is prosperous, healthy, full of resorts, etc. Haiti is in desperate poverty. Same islands. They need to have, and we need to pray for them, a great turning to God. And out of this tragedy, I'm optimistic something good may come.
Now, did you just hear that shit he just said? I mean, of all things said, this motherfucker is supposed to be a so-called minister for Christianity. He said that the Haitians were cursed for overthrowing their oppressor. So, in actuality, he just saying, why are you motherfucking slaves fighting? Accept your role that we giving you. Don't you understand this is something that you've been ordained to have? I mean, he said, this is a true story. I mean, if you go look at the video and you will see it. The sister there looking, but you can see that look on the face like, what the fuck is you saying? But anyway, he sit there, he says this shit, it's a true story because he's saying it. You're supposed to believe him. See, again, go back to when you talking about the part 1 or 2 where I talked about what was the provision they gave you. There it is. It's showing you right there and then that he would say something like that talking about a pact. Now, you got to remember, the Haitians are from the Yoruba tribe in Africa, right? So they practice voodoo, right? So voodoo is the same thing as Christianity, Judaism, Muslim. It's a religion, right? It's a spirituality practice. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, you see how he decided to criticize them for going into their religion, right? Think about this, and I want you to hear this and hear me clear. They went into what their religious practice and spirituality was that helped them to off the French that gave them the win in the revolution. Check.